Hello everyone, it's Paul Churchley here. While I was doing the help page for the new EV Zone EV Route Planner, I thought it might be fun to do a demonstration video. I've not done a demonstration video before, so I thought I'd give it a go. So this is going to be a demonstration, not a training video. I'm going to be moving at a fair pace. If you miss anything, please go back and rewind the video or replay. I won't be explaining everything. I'll be explaining some things as I go. It's really just a demonstration to show you how quick and easy it is to build a route using the planner. A couple of apologies. The first thing is I've got a cold, so apologies for that. The second thing is the sound quality on this is not great, and it will be better in future videos. A reminder then before we start, this is pre-release software. It is a work in progress. It is not finished yet. There are some things that don't work. There will be bugs. Things will go wrong. There are functions that are missing, and there are functions in there that may well change or even be removed in the live version. So please remember that this is pre-release software and it's a work in progress. So without further ado, let's get going. You can find the planner at evzone.org.uk/planner. The first thing we do is we need to set up some defaults. So we click the options and we go into the options page. There are some presets that are set up. At the moment, I've only set 4 up as demonstrations. Eventually, all the makes and models will be there. But these really just load a set of presets, so it really doesn't matter because you can override them yourself. So I'm going to override a couple of these. 100% range in a Nissan Leaf in winter, I don't think so. I think that's 75 miles I'd feel more comfortable with. And the power use, well, some people, particularly in the US, are getting between 4, nearer 5 miles per kilowatt hour. I'm actually happier with 3.5. Down the bottom then, there are some charging settings. Now these charging settings apply to all charging stops and all legs. In future releases you'll be able to set these per leg. The default state of charge at the end of the leg is the lowest state of charge you're happy taking the car down to, or at least happy planning for it to go down to. As you get more experienced and more used to your car, you'll be more happy going down nearer to 0. As a beginner or as an early someone who's not owned an EV for a while, I'd stick it at 20 or 25% even. I'm experienced, I could go down to 10%. The default state of charge at end of charge is the charging level at which you're going to charge to when you stop to charge. And that is fixed for to this level for all your stops. As I say, in future, you'll be able to choose your charging level at individual stops if you wish. Say 80%. Again, with the time, this is the time that it will calculate, it will use for each stop. In future versions, it may calculate the stop time. And then we build route. Okay, I've built the route from Saltash to Newcastle. I don't actually want to go to Newcastle. I want to go to London. So, a couple of things then. On the left-hand side, your itinerary, and it will be built up as we go. We have 2 rings. We have the outer ring, which is your 100% theoretical maximum range at 75 miles. And we have the inner ring, which is your reference. Now, I would set that at 75 or 80%, and then you'll use that as a reference to look for charging stations at about that sort of range or less. So I'm looking for charging stations inside that inner circle. There are 4 here. You just click on them to get information on them. If you want full information, you can get that from OpenChargeMap by clicking on the full info button, and you can see the charging equipment, comments, and so on. So I've got Tiverton, I've got Cullompton, and I've got the 2 stations in Exeter. I know Exeter has two chargers there. I'm going to use Exeter as my first charging stop. It's put up an icon, it's repositioned the rings, and it's added the station to the itinerary. It says I'm going to end the leg with 7.83 kilowatt hours, and there's no warning, so therefore that's fine. My next stop, I want to be somewhere up here, Sedgemoor South. I want Sedgemoor North. There's going to be a second Sedgemoor there somewhere. So I can zoom in until I see the second station, Sedgemoor North, and add that. Looking at the itinerary, it says I'm going to arrive with 2.69 kilowatt hours and no warning. My next leg, exactly the same. I'm looking for a station inside the inside ring. There's a candidate there, Fish Brothers. It's a Nissan dealer. It says unknown operator, but I know it's Nissan. And I'm going to add that as my next stop. Looking at the itinerary, this time there is a warning. It says that I'm finishing under the target of 2.14 kilowatt hours. In fact, it's gone negative, so I probably won't even get there. So that's not a good charging station for me. I'm going to remove it. So I'm going to replan that particular route. So instead of Fish Brothers, I'm going to go to Lee Delamere instead. That's Lee Delamere West. Usual story. You have to zoom in. There is no way around this. It's just that the stations are so close together, being one side of the motorway and the other. Lee Delamere East. Checking the itinerary. 3.71 kilowatt hours at the end and no warning. That's good. Next one. Okay, the map's gone a bit squiffy. If that happens, just hit build route. So the next one then is going to be one of these. What's that? Reading West. I want Reading East. So I'm going to center it and then zoom in until I can see 2. There we go. Reading East, add stop. And now my destination is inside the inner ring. That completes the itinerary. I can print the map and the itinerary if I wish, without the charging power details, with the power details, or with turn-by-turn instructions. You've got some summary information up here, distance for the total journey. You've got your actual travelling time, that's time on the move, time charging and the number of stops, kilowatt hours for the route, and your total journey time, including your charge time estimates, are there. So that's it. That's built our route from Saltash to London. It must have taken, 5 or 10 minutes. I've got some pretty good solid information there that I'm going to be able to get to these chargers if they're all working, and I've got an itinerary which I can print out and use for the route itself if I wish. So that's it. That's the demo completed. Thank you very much for watching. Please feel free to use the planner whilst I'm developing it, and further versions will come along in due course. If you wish to talk about it, discuss the options, if you have problems or whatever, then please go to speakev.com and sign up if you're not already a member, and we can talk about it there. So in the meantime, thank you for watching, and until next time, this is Paul Churchley signing off.